I didn't notice him at first. I was too busy pretending my life made sense. The room smelled like fresh paint and expensive flowers. A wedding planner talked too fast. Flipping through samples like love was something you could pick from a catalog. I nodded at the right moments, smiled when expected, and kept my hands folded so no one would notice they were shaking. Then he spoke. "Sorry," he said, calm but strained. "Could you repeat that?" I looked up, and something inside me went quiet. Not a loud attraction, not instant desire, recognition. He sat across the table, sleeves rolled up, jaw tight like he'd been holding himself together all morning. His ring caught the light when he moved his hand. Engaged, just like me. Our eyes met for a second too long. He looked away first. We weren't supposed to talk after the meeting. That was the unspoken rule. 2 grooms, 2 separate weddings, 1 shared planner. Polite distance, professional smiles. But as everyone packed up, he lingered. "So, you're the Saturday wedding?" he asked. "Yeah," I said. "You're Friday." He nodded. "Lucky you. You get 1 more day to panic." I laughed before I could stop myself. He smiled. Not wide, just enough. "I'm Andrew," he said. "Mark." We shook hands. It shouldn't have meant anything. It did. Over the next week, his name kept appearing in places it shouldn't have. Emails were copied accidentally. Calendar invites are overlapping. Notes from the planner that said Andrew agreed or Andrew prefers something simpler. Simple. That word followed him. He preferred simple colors, simple vows, a smaller guest list. I started wondering what else he wanted simple, and why he looked so tired every time we spoke. The first rail crack happened on a Tuesday night. The planner scheduled a joint call by mistake. Just the 3 of us at first. Andrew joined early. "So," he said after an awkward pause, "how are you holding up?" I hesitated. "Fine." He nodded like he didn't believe me. "Yeah," he said. "Same." The planner dropped off the call unexpectedly. Suddenly, it was just us. Neither of us spoke. I could have ended it. I didn't. "Can I ask you something?" he said quietly. "Sure." "Are you excited?" The question landed harder than it should have. I stared at my screen, at my own face reflected at me, carefully neutral. "I should be," I said. Andrew exhaled slowly. That wasn't an answer. I met his eyes through the camera. "No," I said. "I guess it wasn't." Silence stretched. Not awkward. Heavy. "I thought it was just me," he said finally. "Feeling like this." "Like what?" "Like I woke up one day inside a life I agreed to, without ever choosing it." My chest tightened. "That's a dangerous thing to admit," I said. He gave a faint smile. "I know." After that, the calls stopped being short. We talked about logistics at first. Dates, schedules, seating charts, then about work, stress, expectations. Then, one night, he said, "Do you ever wonder who you'd be if no one expected anything from you?" I didn't answer right away. When I did, my voice was quieter. All the time, we never crossed a line. Not physically, not yet, but something was already happening. Something honest. And honesty, I was starting to realize, was the most dangerous thing of all. Because once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. After that night, I started noticing the gaps. The spaces between things I said and what I meant. Between the life I was building and the one I never questioned before. Andrew became one of those gaps. We didn't talk every day. That would have felt suspicious, dangerous. But when we did, the conversations stretched longer than they should have. The planner tried to fix her mistake. "I'll separate your calls from now on," she said apologetically. "Didn't mean to blur lines." Blurred lines. Andrew and I exchanged a glance through the screen. "Polite, neutral, totally fine," I said. Andrew nodded. "No issue." We lied easily. A few days later, he emailed me directly. Not about the wedding. Just a link to an article about men who realize too late that they've been performing a version of themselves for everyone else. He added one line, "Thought of our conversation." I stared at it longer than I should have. Then I replied, "Me too." That was all. Felt like crossing a line anyway. I started comparing things without meaning to. The way my fiancé talked about the future was like it was a checklist. The way Andrew talked about it was like a question. The way silent with her felt empty. The way silence with him felt full. I hated myself for noticing. I hated myself more for not stopping. The next time we spoke, it wasn't scheduled. He called me. No warning. I almost didn't answer. Almost. "Hey," he said. His voice sounded tired. "Hey," I replied. "I won't keep you," he said quickly. I just needed to hear a voice that wasn't asking me about centerpieces. I smiled despite myself. "That bad?" "It's not the wedding," he said. "It's the pretending." I leaned back against my kitchen counter, heart beating harder than it should have. "Andrew," I said carefully, "we should be careful." "I know," he said. "That's why I called you." The irony almost made me laugh. There was a pause. Then he asked, "Does it ever feel like you're cheating on a life you haven't even started yet?" The question hit me in the chest. "Yes," I said without thinking. The silence that followed was different. Not heavy. Intentional. "I don't want to cross a line," he said finally. "I don't either. But we already know something," he continued. "And knowing it doesn't make it go away." I closed my eyes. "No," I admitted. "It doesn't." That night, my fiancé asked why I seemed distracted. "Just stressed," I said. She smiled. "Once the wedding's done, everything will calm down." I nodded. I didn't tell her I wasn't sure I wanted calm anymore. A week later, Andrew and I ended up at the same venue by accident. Different appointments. Same hallway. We stopped when we saw each other. He looked different in person. Not better. Not worse. More real. "Hi," he said. "Hi." We stood there, neither of us moving aside. "I didn't expect to see you," he said. "Me neither." The air felt charged. Quiet. Unsafe. "I should go," I said. "So should I." Neither of us did. Finally, Andrew stepped back first. "Mark," he said softly. "Whatever this is, we should slow down." I nodded. "Yeah," I said. "We should." As I walked away, my phone buzzed. A message from him. That doesn't mean I wanted to stop. I stopped walking. I didn't reply. I didn't need to, because the truth was already clear. This wasn't curiosity anymore. It was recognition. And recognition doesn't fade just because you ask it to. The venue was quiet in the late afternoon. Too quiet for a place meant to hold promises. I arrived early for my appointment, hands in my pockets, already rehearsing the answers I'd give. Colors, timelines, guest counts, all the things that were supposed to matter. Andrew was already there, standing by the windows, alone. For a second, neither of us spoke. Then he turned. "Hey," he said. "Hey." It felt different seeing him like this, without screens, without distance. The light coming in through the glass softened his features. Caught on the ring he kept twisting on his finger. Engaged. Still. "We should probably wait outside," I said, more to prove I could. "Yeah," he agreed. Neither of us moved. "I almost canceled today," he admitted. "Why didn't you?" He looked at me then. Really looked. Because I didn't want to lie about why. My chest tightened. We sat at opposite ends of the table when the planner joined us. Took notes. Nodded. Smiled. We played our parts well. Too well. Every time Andrew spoke, I noticed the way his voice steadied when he said what was expected, and faltered when he didn't. When the meeting ended, the planner packed up quickly. "I'll let you two head out," she said. "I'll follow up by email." The door closed. The silence rushed in. "This is getting harder," Andrew said quietly. I didn't pretend not to know what he meant. "Yeah," I replied. "It is." He stood, pacing once before stopping. "I keep telling myself it's stress, nerves, cold feet. And," I asked. "And then I hear your voice," he said. "And everything feels clearer." That scared me. "Andrew," I said, We can't. I know, he interrupted. I know what we can't do. He stepped closer anyway, not touching, just close enough to feel the heat between us. I don't want to do something I can't take back, he said. My voice dropped. Then don't. For a long moment he didn't move. Neither did I. The kiss didn't happen the way movies pretend it does. No sudden pull. No urgency. Just a breath held too long. A hand brushes mine. Then his forehead rested against my shoulder. He exhaled like he'd been holding it in for years. I can't believe this is happening, he whispered. I swallowed hard. It already has. We didn't kiss. Not then. But somehow that made it worse. He pulled back slowly, eyes darker than before. This changes things, he said. Yes, I agreed. And we still haven't crossed the line, he added, like he was trying to convince himself. I met his gaze. We crossed it the moment we stopped pretending we didn't see each other. Silence. Then he nodded. That night, I stood in my apartment staring at my phone. A message from my fiancé sat unread. Another from Andrew came through. I don't know what I'm supposed to do next. I typed back. Neither do I. I set the phone down. Because the truth was unavoidable now. This wasn't about temptation. It was about truth finding a crack and refusing to stay buried. I didn't answer Andrew's message right away. Not because I didn't know what to say, because I knew exactly what I wanted to say, and that terrified me. The days after the meeting blurred together. Dress fittings, phone calls, conversations that felt scripted. My fiancée talked about guest lists and honeymoon plans like she was reading from a future that already belonged to her. I nodded. I smiled. I agreed. Inside, something kept pulling away. Andrew stopped calling. That scared me more than if he hadn't. I told myself it was good, necessary, proof that we were still in control. Then, 3 nights later, he showed up at my door. No warning, just a knock, soft, almost hesitant. When I opened it, he looked exhausted. Not messy, not dramatic, just stripped down. I'm sorry, he said. I know this is crossing a boundary. I stepped aside without thinking. That was my answer. We didn't sit. Standing felt more honest. I tried to stop thinking about you, he said. I really did. I crossed my arms not to close myself off, but to keep myself from reaching for him. And, I asked, and every time I pictured the rest of my life, he said quietly, you were standing somewhere in it. My chest tightened painfully. That's not fair, I said. You can't say that. I know, he replied, but I can't unsay it either. The silence between us felt alive, heavy. This has to end, I said. He nodded. Yes. Neither of us moved. He stepped closer. Just one step. If it ends, he said, I need to know it was real, not stress, not confusion. I looked up at him. It is, I said. That was all it took. The kiss happened then. Slow, careful, like we were both afraid it might disappear if we rushed it. His hand rested at my waist, steady, not urgent. When our lips parted, his breath shook. Oh, he whispered. That's... Yeah, I said. That. There was no guilt in the moment, only clarity. We pulled back almost immediately. Andrew pressed his forehead to mine. This doesn't fix anything, he said. No, I agreed. But it tells the truth. He closed his eyes. I can't marry her. The words hung between us. I didn't celebrate. I didn't touch him again. I just said, then don't. He left not long after. No promises, no plans, just honesty laid bare. Later that night, my fiancé asked if something was wrong. I opened my mouth, and for the first time, I didn't lie. I didn't sleep that night, not because of guilt, because of the relief that felt almost cruel. The conversation happened the next morning. No dramatic buildup, no shouting, just coffee growing cold between us while sunlight filled the kitchen like it didn't know what it was about to witness. I need to tell you something, I said. She looked up, concerned but calm. Okay. I didn't use Andrew's name. I didn't need to. I can't do this, I said. I thought I could. I really did. But if I walk down that aisle, I'll be lying to you for the rest of your life. She didn't speak right away. When she did, her voice was steady. Is there someone else? I hesitated, then nodded. Her jaw tightened, but she didn't cry. Did you cheat? No, I said quickly. I would never. She studied my face like she was searching for something familiar and failing. You're in love with him, she said. It wasn't a question. Andrew told his fiancée the same day. I didn't hear it from him directly. I heard it later when he called and said, "She deserves better than a man who's halfway gone." I understood that sentence in a way I never had before. The fallout wasn't loud. It was quiet. Phone calls that went unanswered. Friends who chose sides without saying so. Family members who asked if this was a phase. I lost invitations. I lost certainty. I lost the version of myself that thought honesty would be clean. Andrew and I didn't see each other. That was the hardest part. Weeks passed, then months. My life became smaller, simpler, truer. I moved out, started over in ways that felt less like rebuilding and more like stripping down. Some nights, I wondered if I had made the biggest mistake of my life. Some mornings, I knew I hadn't. Andrew reached out first. Just one message. Are you okay? I stared at it for a long time before replying. I'm still here. That was enough. We met again in a cafe far from where anyone knew us. No touching. No assumptions. He looked different. Not happier. Lighter. I called it off, he said quietly. So did I. We sat there, two men without futures promised to anyone else for the first time in our adult lives. This doesn't mean we rush, he said. I don't want to, I replied. He smiled faintly. Good. As we stood to leave, he paused. There's no going back now, he said. I nodded. I know. And it might still fall apart. I know that too. He held my gaze. But at least, he said, if it does, it'll be honest. I watched him walk away. For the first time, the future didn't feel terrifying. It felt open. We didn't call it dating. Not at first. We called it walking, coffee, checking in. Anything that didn't sound like a promise. Andrew and I met on Sundays, when the city felt less crowded and expectations seemed quieter. Sometimes we talked for hours. Sometimes we didn't talk at all. We learned how to exist around each other without borrowing certainty from the past. I'm afraid of doing this wrong, he admitted once, watching people pass by. So am I said. That felt like enough honesty to start with. The first night we spent together wasn't dramatic. No declarations, no confessions, just a shared silence that didn't feel heavy anymore. Lying beside him, I realized something quietly important. I wasn't trying to escape my old life. I was choosing a new one. The world didn't suddenly understand. Some friends never came back. Some family members asked careful questions and avoided the real ones. Some relationships faded without explanation. But something else happened, too. I started sleeping better, laughing without effort, waking up without rehearsing who I needed to be. Andrew noticed. You look like yourself, he said one morning. I smiled. I think I finally am. Months later, we attended a wedding together. Not as grooms, not as a secret. Just as two men standing side by side. As vows were exchanged, Andrew leaned close and whispered, "Do you ever miss what we almost had?" I thought about it, then shook my head. "No," I said. "I miss who I rarely became." He squeezed my hand. We didn't rush the future. We didn't need to. Love, it turns out, doesn't ask for speed. It asks for presence, for truth, for the courage to stay once the fantasy is gone. One night, standing in the kitchen, Andrew asked, "Do you think we would have found each other if nothing had gone wrong?" I considered it carefully. "No," I said. "I think we found each other because it did." He smiled. "So did I. We didn't win everyone over, but we won ourselves, and that was the part that mattered. Some loves don't begin when everything is right. They begin when you finally are. If this story meant something to you, Subscribe for more real love stories.